Thanks, Ashley. Well, Republicans are hoping to ride that red wave into Virginia, and one top priority district is the 10th district, which includes Loudoun County. The GOP challenger is running on a pro-education platform after the county became a hotbed for parents to fight back against wokeness in the classroom. Hung Cao, congressional candidate in Virginia's 10th district, joins us now. He's also a former Navy captain with 25 years in the service. Thank you for your service, Mr. Cao. Tell me, why should voters in the 10th district vote for you?
Hi, Griff. Thank you so much for having me. Well, I think Virginia has shown last year in the gubernatorial election that they wanted an outsider. They're tired of, just the same old establishment Democrats or Republicans, and that's why Glenn Youngkin was elected as our governor. And I represent what the 10th district looks like. It's 45% minority, and in Loudoun County alone, there's 25% immigrants. And I came here as a refugee from Vietnam. I grew up in West Africa, and then I served in the military for 25 years to thank this country for what it gave me, which is the ladder of opportunity. And you still have to climb that ladder yourself. And I think that's what all immigrants and minorities believe in. It's just that we don't want handouts. We want to make that climb ourselves.
And Hung, you're specifically zeroing in on the education piece. I'm not sure if the 10th district includes the Fairfax County Public Schools. That was the latest incident of on Thursday this past week. You had the school board there in Fairfax increased penalties for as young as 4th grade children, 8, 9 years old, for maliciously misgendering, which is to call a student by their previous pronoun if they're in transition. They could be suspended. What do you make of this, and is that something that you intend to address?
Oh, that is definitely, Griff. And to answer your question, yes, the Fairfax County public school system is in our district, a small sliver of it. In fact, I came from the Fairfax County public school systems. I went to Thomas Jefferson High School for Science and Technology, what used to be the _1 high school in the nation, and they changed that because they basically destroyed the meritocracy, the ability for people to be, to take a test and come in there, and they changed it in order to benefit other demographics. And, and likewise with what you just spoke about with the school systems, to punish a kindergartner for really using the English language properly is just ridiculous. I speak 3 languages fluently, and, there's masculine and there's feminine, and for them to change that, it's just ludicrous. And, we're not concentrating what we should be concentrating on, which is, reading, writing, math, science, civics, history, but we're teaching them just garbage.
And Hung, Glenn Youngkin got elected in part largely because he gave parents that are frustrated with this, whether it's a CRT curriculum or something like what we're talking about in Fairfax County Public Schools, he gave parents a voice because the educators simply didn't want to listen. Do you believe that you can increase parents having a voice in the 10th district?
Oh, absolutely. It used to be that we welcome parents in this classroom, right? We wanted the parents to help out the classrooms, and now we're ostracizing. In fact, the crazy thing with the Loudoun County School Board is that at one point they were going to hire a hacker to go into the computers of parents who question things like CRT and try to redirect their website. I mean, this is what we used to do in special operations, right? I mean, these are sabotage, subversion, and military deception, and they're doing this at the public school level. It's ridiculous. And yes, I will give parents the voice because it's their kids.
And Hung, just to change topics a little bit, shift, I mean, is inflation, is this skyrocketing gas prices, is that going to be a part of your campaign? Everyone's talking about the midterms coming, and obviously everyone's feeling the pain, but how much of that is a part of your campaign?
Oh, it's a large part. I mean, Joe Biden is really my greatest campaign manager. I just have to sit back and do nothing like he did in 2020 because he's really helping me out by destroying the economy and this outrageous inflation. It's 8.5% inflation. And, that's destroying everything from our small businesses to our large businesses to our military as well. I mean, 8.5%. Every time I wrote the Navy's budget, when I wrote the Navy's budget for 2 years, we calculated for 2% inflation. So that's a delta of $6.5 percent, which out of a $700 billion budget, we're talking about $46 billion that we're in deficit right off the bat. That equates to 4 aircraft carriers, or 36 guided missile destroyers, or 335 F-35 Joint Strike Fighters. That's what we need right now in the South China Sea, and we've lost that just from the inflation alone.
So do you believe then, Hung, that the administration is letting the military down?
Oh, absolutely. From when they let Kabul fall, I mean, I was there in Kabul in 2021 in January. When we left there, it was pretty stable. You know, I mean, it's not like walking downtown, you know, New York City or Washington, D.C., but it's, you know, it's pretty stable. You know, and the Biden administration came in and they did nothing. They didn't approve or disapprove General Miller's plan to leave 2,500 special operations troops behind in order to quell any kind of sparks that would come up. And they destroyed everything that we fought for and sacrificed for. I mean, I've spent many years in Iraq, Afghanistan, Somalia, Pakistan, you know, in the Balkans, fighting for our country, and the Biden administration basically destroyed everything that we fought for.
Hung Cao, candidate for Congress, running on the Republican ticket in the 10th District. Captain, thank you for your service, and we look forward to having you on, as well as Jennifer Wexton, your opponent on the Democrat ticket. Thank you, Mr. Cao.